for another down and dirty college football rivalry game. And at stake today, the Megaphone. And now let's head down to the coin toss. It's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. And the fans are on their feet awaiting the start of this game as the players line up for the kick. Excellent kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. On the ground, and he won't get back to the line.
Good job by the defense to overpower the offensive line and drop the back for a loss.
It's second down, 12 to go. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Green 9! Green 9!
Wide open, and he just drops it.
The quarterback has to be very careful, Brad, of throwing the football into a position where the wide receiver has a chance to get his head taken off. He threw the ball there, and it made it easy for the defender to be able to separate him from the ball.
Thomas was the intended target, and that'll bring up a punting situation.
On third down, the defense was expecting the pass, and they defended the play very well in the secondary.
Mosley back deep to return. He makes it out to maybe the 46-yard line. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. And they get nice yardage on that run. Second down and 5. Ball on the 49. They'll bring him down at about the 47-yard line.
Third down.
He's tackled around the 47-yard line. Now it's going to be fourth down.
Nice defense. That was picture-perfect 3 and out. Good series for these guys.
Tyree is back deep to return. He punts it away, and it's a great kick. This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. And so far, it's been totally even. In close games like this, every possession is likely to matter.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Fires out to his wideout. Look at that strength. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 33.
Guys, I really like what the offensive coordinator is doing here. Throwing it on first and second down will keep the defense guessing.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Green 19!
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Gain of 5 on the play. That brings up second and 5.
Pass complete and taken down immediately.
Number 13 with the tackle at the 42-yard line.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, check Mike 27.
And down he goes at about the 45.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. First down.
Hey, we got time right, time right. Go down, go down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Ready, 180, wide, 80. Motion, reset, reset, reset.
Screen pass. He's got his halfback. He's taken down at the 44.
That'll bring up second and 11.
We've got a 2nd and 11. Ball on the 44. 40.
That's a loss of 4 yards. That makes it 3rd and 15.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Ready.
They go to the ground, and he stopped short.
That's a loss of 2 yards. That makes it 4th and 1.
It looks like they're going to go after this punt. Tackle at the 33-yard line. This is a fun game, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting football before it's over.
Check the outside there. Four down, four down. Hey, check Mike. Here we go. Check 395. Motion, motion, motion.
Pitch out left, and he's going to lose yardage.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Second down, about 12 yards to go. Ball on the 31.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Brought down right around the 30.
Called a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 13.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left. Four down, four down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Here we go.
And he's taken down at about the 41.
Number 28 brings him down at the 41-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 2.
Tyree is the deep man awaiting the return. Oh, excellent punt. He makes it to the 25-yard line. You know, a lot of people in college football might find these types of games boring, but you look at the start of this game, this is good old-fashioned football, partner.
I agree with you, Brad. I think sometimes you look at games and if it's sloppy offense, that's one thing. But when you see two defenses go out and play with a great deal of emotion and dominate a football game, sign me up for that every time.
Tackle around the 22-yard line. It's 2nd and 13. Ball on their own 22.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Ready! Red 18! Red 18!
Tackle made at the 25. Wide.
Here we go!
Open man, quick strike, and he can't pull it in. So the stop there on 3rd and long, and that's going to bring up a punting situation.
Yeah, they just couldn't connect on the pass there. That was a very good stand by this defense.
He makes it to the 45-yard line. Got to give some applause to the defense. They really came out playing strong today.
Well, you know better than me, Brad. This college football game is about emotion. And to be able to play great defense in a college game, you got to come out and play with your hair on fire. We've seen that from both of these defenses so far.
Every drive's important in a tie game. I look for both sides to come out with some urgency. And they finally push him out at the 21.
That's just a great call by the coordinator there, going to the air on 1st down.
So the big gain resulting from the pass play leaves us with a 1st and 10. Tackled after a decent run up the gut. Broussard gains about 4 yards on the play.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
And they make the stop around the 15-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4. Caught with room to work. Touchdown, MSU. That was a well-drawn-up play for the wideout.
Yeah, they saw something upstairs. It led to a touchdown. You can thank the play calling there. Very impressive.
Where was the coverage there? There wasn't anybody near him at all. And he tacks on the extra point. So a 4-play, 55-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The Spartans are looking downright scary on defense so far, Herbie.
They are flying around as a group right now, completely aware of what this offense is trying to do and dismantling them every single time on every single play.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. Gains his way to the 36-yard line.
Well, he took the pitch there and was able to get the first down. It's a nice option play.
Makes it 1st and 10.
Man left.
From their own 36-yard line, it's 1st down.
Set. Green 95.
Tackled outside after a nice pickup.
That's a gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Double tight. Four down. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Dumps it complete to the halfback over the middle. They'll bring him down around the 46-yard line.
A gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
So it's 3rd down, and they're just inches away from picking up the 1st down. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
Green 19. Check. 200.
He's tackled at the 45-yard line.
A tight end that has this young man's skills is a real weapon for any offense. He can catch the ball, create mismatches, and force a defense to pay attention to him.
They come out in an empty backfield.
Check. Stand right.
He passes it, and they couldn't hook up on that one.
How did he drop that? The defender did everything that he needs to do. He read the play perfectly. He stepped up, and what does he do? Drops the interception. Boy, the offense caught a break there.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
Gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
So we're looking at another 3rd down here.
You got nothing. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
And he hits him hard at the 34.
Number 27 on the tackle at the 30.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
1st down.
Let's go, D.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Ready. Green 88. Green.
Throws, and that one's going to hit the ground incomplete.
Receiver on the play.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 34. Gets out to around the 22.
That's a gain of 12 on the play. That makes it
10th play of the drive. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Boy, did he look determined running the football. Nobody was going to keep him out of the end zone. Will
be tied with the extra point. And he hits the PAT. So a 10-play, 76-yard drive. And they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
They got into the end zone last time. Let's see if they can match that on this possession.
Great passing was the key for the offense the last time they had the ball. They were able to pick apart the defense and get down the field for a touchdown.
He's looking for his man, and he's hit before he can go anywhere. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. He makes it to the 48-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Pull down. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Takes the ball inside. He gets out to about the 48-yard line.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
3rd down now, and they need to get it inside the 41. And a quick throw. And he is drilled at the 37. Hit on the throw. He caught it. And down he goes around the 36-yard line.
Gain of 1 yard. That brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 36-yard line. And he's tackled right away.
This passing game can be very effective if you don't get enough pressure on the quarterback. They use their personnel well and can be very tough to defend.
And he's level at the 25-yard line.
Gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Tight, double tight. 4 down. Mike 27. Mike 27. Let's go. Check. Regular.
Play action here. He's going to scramble. The quarterback picks up around 6 yards on the scramble. They'll line it up again on 3rd down.
4 down. Hey, check Mike 27.
A huge play, and now they're in a great position to score. And this is the 10th play of the drive. Taken down as he works the left for a nice gain. Broussard gains around 6 yards on the run.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
We've got 2nd and goal. Ball on the 3. Defense stacked in tight here. They'll drop him for a loss.
Takes him down behind the line. No gain. That makes it 3rd and goal.
We're at the 12th play of the drive.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, check Mike.
Handoff, and he can't get it over the line.
No gain on the play. That brings up 4th and goal.
This should be an easy field goal. Michigan State could take the lead with this field goal. Kicks away, and the field goal is good.
Even though they gave up a field goal here, that defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. And he tackles him hard at the 17-yard line. So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Here we go.
Quick throw out to the receiver. He's taken down right around the 34.
Number 13 brings him down at the 34-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker.
Ready. Green 19. Green 19.
Pulls it in and stopped in his tracks with that tackle.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That makes it 4th and inches.
Mosley is back awaiting the punt. Mosley takes it to 25, and down he goes at the 33. We're about set to start things up again.
Man left, man left. Four down.
Michigan State is up by 3. He's under some heat. He wants it all. That's a great tackle at the 28. So after the big pass play, we've got a first down. He gets hit out of bounds right around the 8-yard line.
This isn't even the best example, but I'm going to tell you something. This young man is really getting better at running his routes, which is a truly underrated quality these days.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Room around the corner. He's pushed out of bounds at the 4.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
And he's tackled at the 2-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're trying to make this a 2-possession ball game. And the goal line defense digging in here. Brought down around the 1-yard line.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 4th and goal.
Touchdown, Michigan State. And the halfback took it in for the score.
Yep, he punched that in from a short distance. He had great blocking up front on that play.
He makes the PAT. A 6-play, 65-yard drive, and they put up 7 points. So our score, 17-7. They line up to kick this one away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. It's not quite a blowout, but unless they do something here, it might turn into one. Makes it out to about the 33.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. And he's taken down around the 34-yard line.
That's
opening. Makes it out to about the 49.
Very intelligent play call. Dialing up the option on third down, and it worked like a charm.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 49. And that'll bring it into the first quarter of action. The Spartans with a 10-point lead. Back to the action now here in the second quarter.
Four down. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Ready.
Here's the halfback. Tackle around the 48-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
From the 48-yard line. 2nd down. And they get nice yardage on that run.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Ready.
Gets it out quickly. Tackle made right around the 36-yard line.
Brad, you can really feel and sense the energy coming from the sidelines right now. They know how important it is to pick up first downs, and the coaches right now are showing the excitement that they have and yelling out the next play for the offense. But clearly, the offensive coordinator very happy about the execution on that last play.
I love to see a confident quarterback, but you don't want to just go back there and put blind faith into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage before you release the football.
And they make the stop at the 27-yard line.
Number 13 on the tackle at the 27-yard line.
Well, they'll line it up again on 3rd down. 2 for 2 so far on this drive. Over the middle to his tailback. They'll bring him down at the 17.
Number 13 makes
This is the 10th play of this drive.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Ready. Green 88.
They go to the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss.
If this offense keeps running at this guy, they're going to have to rethink some of their play calling.
From the 18-yard line, it's 2nd down. What a play, and that is 1st and goal.
Call it a gain of 13 yards.
Here's the 12th play of the drive. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
Loss of 1 yard as well. That brings up 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal. 6 yards to the end zone. And they got him.
You can't take sacks like that as a quarterback. You just can't. If you can't find a receiver, get out of the pocket and throw the ball away.
From the 14-yard line, 3rd down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Ryan 68! Ryan 68!
And they got him.
Man, as an offensive lineman, this is the worst thing that you want to see. Is your quarterback not only getting sacked, but getting hit like that. Those linemen better pick that quarterback up and start doing a better job of taking care of it.
They'll line it up for the field goal. And they can make this a one-possession game with this kick right here. The kick is up, and it is good. Notre Dame ready to kick this one off. Excellent kick. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 27. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. Michigan State is up 7. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. From their own 40-yard line. First down. Gains his way to the 49-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Takes the toss left, and he hits him hard at the 50-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 50-yard line. He makes it to the 48-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Throws it in a hurry, and down he goes at about the 41.
Number 8 brings him down at the 41-yard line.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. Give to the running back, and he's going to lose yardage.
That is a loss of 1 yard. That'll make it 4th and 2.
Little screen pass. He's at the 30. He's taken down at the 19.
Number 7, the tackle. That makes it 1st and
10. From the 19-yard line. First down. Michigan State up 7 points. He makes it to the 18-yard line.
gain of 1 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive. The 10. He gets out to about the 8. And smell the end zone as they look to extend this lead. He gets out to about the 6-yard line.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
And this is the 11th play of the current drive.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Let's go!
To the end zone, touchdown.
That's a positive for the passing game. It was absolutely the right call in that situation.
And he hits the PAT. It was an 11-play, 72-yard drive, and they come away with 7 points. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. Gets to about the 27-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 27. Gets to around the 42.
Did you see how much space there was for that tailback up front? He better be thanking his offensive lineman for that.
Tight end left, tight end left. Four down, four down. 87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball. Here we go. Green 95.
Quick throw. Knocked out of bounds at the 50. It's 2nd down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Caught, open field. He's knocked out of bounds around the 41-yard line.
Gain of 9 on the play. First down.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Green 95. Green 95.
Pitch left. And they'll bring him down behind the line.
Loss of 1 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
From the 42-yard line, it's 2nd down. He's at the 30. He makes his way to about the 28.
Call it a gain of 14 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Roger, Roger. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. I smell fear in that offense. Green 19.
And they got him for a loss.
Really nice play by the defensive lineman. I like this guy's size and instincts.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's the 8th play of the series. A 1-yard gain by the halfback.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That brings up 3rd and
10. 3rd down now, and they need to get it to the 18.
Time right. Four down, four down. Take four, take four.
Throws it to the outside. Intercepted. It's the sophomore corner.
The defense here comes up with a huge interception. They've already got the lead, and it looked like this offense was trying to get back in the game, but that was a big turnover.
Two times, two times. Four down, four down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
They'll work the right side, and there's nothing going there.
Down for a loss behind the line. Call it a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
From their own 10-yard line. 2nd down.
Three down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
They run left, and he'll lose yardage.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd and 14.
Come this way, here we go. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, 395, 395.
Fires incomplete.
Wow, Brad, you talk about having a strong arm. Next time, though, he might want to work on the accuracy.
Tyree is back to receive. He really got a hold of that one. Tyree takes it at the 49. What a collision. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
Giving the ball away can rattle your confidence, but he just needs to relax and not try to force it. He's starting off in great field position now.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Wants it all, going deep. Makes a catch in the end zone, touchdown.
This offense just has so many weapons to defend. They've got some genuine playmakers.
And he converts the extra point. A quick 2-play, 42-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown. The score now, 24-17. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Michigan State is up by a touchdown. He gets out to about the 28-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 28-yard line. Second down. Setting up the play action. Decides to slide. Thorne gains about 6 yards on the scramble.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
He lets it go. He almost had it, but it's incomplete. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
Tyree back to return it. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. And he's taken down at the 29. Notre Dame's offense has struggled here in the second quarter. Kirk, what do they need to do to get going on this next drive?
Brad, I think they need to reestablish the rhythm that they had early in this game and just kind of go back to the basics of what that game plan was. Running the football, a passing game that you have confidence in, just trying to become a little bit more balanced, and then I think you'll find that rhythm and make it easier to drive the ball and put points on the board.
And now the ball is loose. And the defense picks it up. And he's taken down right around the 38-yard line.
What was most impressive is how he followed the play and he just didn't give up on it. It was that effort that allowed him to come away with the fumble.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Michigan State is up a score.
Blue 14.
Play fake. He launches one for the end zone. He caught it for the touchdown. And for Thorne, he throws for his 3rd touchdown.
This quarterback is going to continue to tear him up until they get some pressure on him.
He makes the PAT. They line up to kick this one away. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Kirk, this defensive lineman has made a statement with his play tonight.
You know, you hear a lot of coaches talk about a ball hawk. Well, this is a classic example of a young man that just has a feel, who always seems to be able to make plays for this defense.
Playing with a 2-possession lead at home is a fairly comfortable spot, but you know that this guy isn't going to let his intensity level drop off 1 iota. The offense comes back out, and as I'm sure you'll remember, their last possession ended in a lost fumble.
If they can play sound football from here out and make a few plays, there's no reason they can't get back into this.
Throws a laser across the middle.
I think it was a great play call, and it was very well executed. Any coach would be happy with that kind of outcome on a 1st or 2nd down play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. And they got to him before he could get back to the line. Fires out to his receiver. Tackle made at the 41.
Called a gain of 8 yards. First down.
From their own 41-yard line, it's first down.
Set. Check. Strike on.
Quick strike to the receiver. Brought down around the 48-yard line. Mayer picks him up around 7 yards with that
Second and
catch.
3.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Here we go. Watch seven. Watch seven. Watch seven. Mike 27.
Ready. Right.
Motion.
And they hit him in the backfield. And so it's another third down upcoming here. Throws and it's knocked away.
I'm not sure the quarterback saw him when he was getting ready to pass because he stuck his paw right in the passing lane.
Mosley will be the return man. He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. This offense just torched the defense through the air with a great passing attack on their last drive.
You know, when this defense went over to the sideline, based on the way they've been playing so far, this defense coordinator's got to live it. He's got to get into their face. He's got to challenge them. He's got to get their emotions going. Because when you play defense, it's not just about X's and O's. It's about attitude and playing with a lot of confidence.
That'll bring up second and 11.
Second down and 11. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Three down.
Slings it, and he's level at the 22.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up third and 8.
I got one. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Ready.
Quick pass, and he is drilled at the 29-yard line.
Joseph with the tackle at the 29-yard line. Fourth down.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here.
23-yard punt. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Their last drive broke down, and they punted. What do they have in store this time out? He's into the open field. So he keeps it, and he gets a big first down.
The quarterback made a very good decision here not to pitch. He saw a break in the defense and just hit it for a big gain.
From the 40-yard line, first down. He's at the 30, tackle at the 25.
Very well-designed play that time to give him a first down. The linemen executed their blocks nicely, and it went for a good gain.
And he's tackled at the 21-yard line.
Any offense is predicated on being able to move efficiently like this.
At the 21-yard line. That makes it second and 6.
It's second down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 21.
Ready. 180.
He's on the run. Inside the 10. He gets hit out of bounds at the 1-yard line. First down. They've got the defense on their heels now. It's first and goal.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Let's go. Red 18.
Fires quickly, and they got it. Touchdown. He's on the receiving end for another score.
Well, it's obvious the coach wanted to get him involved in the game plan. It looks like it was a pretty smart move, too.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Notre Dame lines up for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 25-yard line. I tell you what, if you don't like offense, turn this thing off. If you do, stick around. This one's fun.
Yeah, if you're a traditionalist, this is probably not the best game for you. This is college football in 2013. Up and down the field with these quarterbacks putting up huge numbers.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Michigan State is up 7. Now he tries to buy some time. He's wrapped up for the sack. And it was the defensive lineman that was able to make the play.
And the defense came up with some pressure there with a blitz. The quarterback wasn't able to get rid of it, and the result, of course, is a sack.
Quick throw out to the receiver. They'll bring him down at the 34-yard line.
Gain of 11 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Turn, please.
Ready! Green light!
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And down he goes at the 41-yard line.
That's a key play to find the open man and keep the drive alive.
Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
There's a strike complete. He's tackled at about the 47-yard line.
There's very good chemistry between these two. They like to run through all their routes before the game. And I have to say, they look sharp before this one even started.
And a quick throw. He's taken down around the 38-yard line.
Lock in! Lock in!
Catches it, and he's looking for more. What a play, and that'll set up a 1st and goal.
Now, you hate to foreshadow and assume that drop could come back to bite them, but if this offense is able to put the ball into the end zone after that drop pass, this game could be over.
They're at the 3. Second down. And they make the stop around the 2-yard line. Got to be careful of a pass play with this defense. And they got him.
You can't take sacks like that as a quarterback. You just can't. If you can't find a receiver, get out of the pocket and throw the ball away.
This should be an easy field goal. Michigan State up 7 points. Kicks up, and it sails through the uprights. So we've played 2 quarters. The Spartans lead 34-24.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Davis, Dave Pollock here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. Exciting first half there. It seemed like every time you turned around there was another big play. Both of these offenses coming up with yards and chunks, and it's really paid off for them in the first half.
Yeah, and it's one thing for offenses to execute and get little plays here and there and continue drives, but it's really nice when you hit home runs. It's really nice to make it simple and say, all right, we're going to get about 50 right here. We're going to get about 30 right here. You know, the offense came simple. Great job playmakers making plays, breaking tackles, spinning off players, making big gains. Listen, it makes offense very simple. There's no secret to it. If you got all explosive offenses that can do this, you can get big chunk plays, they're going to score a lot of points every single game.
That's it for us here in the studio. What are you going to do in the second half of the game's going on?
Yeah, I'm going to kick back and watch all these monitors.
We'll keep you up to date on everything going on around the country right now. Time for the second half with Brad and Kurt.
And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. And what a game it's been for this quarterback, Kirk.
Well, I think this whole offense is really clicking, and it's allowing him as a quarterback just to settle in and find his rhythm. But let's also give a lot of credit to some of these wide receivers. They're finding the holes in coverage, doing everything that they need to do to be able to be in sync with their quarterback, and that's resulting in a lot of big plays for this offense.
It's extra sweet to be playing this well against a hated foe. And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again. He makes his way to about the 42. From their own 42-yard line, it's first down. And they get him in the backfield for a loss.
Broussard is the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Man left, man left. Four down, four down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
That's a great tackle at the 40-yard line. The halfback just couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1.
That is a textbook tackle right there. He leveled his shoulders and just put his whole body weight behind that one. Great hit.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 48.
Check Mike 27.
They go to the screen here, and the halfback's got it. And he's taken down at about the 41. First and 10. Ball on the 41.
Four down, four down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
He gets out to about the 38-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Tight right, tight right. Four down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
On play action, he'll scramble. And they'll probably try to throw here as they line up on 3rd down and 14. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Let's go!
Sends it out quick, intercepted.
Brad, not only a huge interception to get the football back, maybe have a chance to get back into this game, but this could really change momentum. You can see the players and how they're responding down there on the sideline about how excited they are to get the football back and have a chance to put points on the board.
Gives it off. He's out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
2nd and 2.
They come out in an empty backfield. Caught, enough for the first down. Tackle made at the 44.
Number 6 on the tackle at the 44-yard line. First down.
Double tight. Four down, four down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Set! Green on the play!
Gets out to around the 48.
Gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
Four down, four down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
Gain of 7 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Tight, double tight. Double tight. Four down, four down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Let's go!
He makes it to the 38-yard line. 3-yard gain by the running back.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From the 38-yard line. It's second down. Hands off left, and they got him behind the line. And this is the 8th play of the drive. They bring the quarterback down. After the sack, it's now 4th and long. Doesn't look like he's going to have much time to get rid of this punt. And this one is a beauty. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The quarterback threw an interception on their last drive. Let's see if they can be more successful here.
I look for the offense to come out with the same game plan as before. You don't make changes after one play.
Nice run there. Broussard gains around 5 yards on the draw play from scrimmage.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down. And they'll get him in the backfield.
That play was over before it got started. That was just a case of the offensive line getting beat at the snap of the ball.
Ready! Green 95! Check, check! 98 Weasel!
Gonna go across the middle, caught, and he hits him hard at the 37-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. Nice run, and he's brought down.
Gain of 4 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Man left. Four down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Here we go! Fly high!
Straight run here, and he's got nowhere to go.
He just timed the snap count there and really made a nice play.
3rd down.
And they'll look to convert here on another 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Easy! Lock in!
Go!
Nice run up the middle. The quarterback keeps it and gets 5 yards.
That'll bring up 4th and 5.
Tyree back deep to return. He really got a hold of that one. And down he goes at the 27. Nice yardage on the run back. The offense is looking to be a little bit more successful with this drive as they had to punt the ball away the last time they had it.
If they're going to make a comeback in this game, it's going to have to start now. This offense has to get rolling.
Brought down around the 23-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 14.
From their own 23-yard line, it's second down. Looking for the corner. Got an opening. And he tackles him hard at the 35.
Gain of 12 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's level at the 42-yard line.
Really impressed with this guy's closing speed on the ball. He's got the kind of jets you need to be a standout corner.
From the 42-yard line. First down. He chucks it downfield. Quick strike to the receiver. Touchdown. He's ringing up the points with all these touchdown throws. That's his fourth.
All the hard work he puts in is finally paying off. It's been rewarded here today with some pretty good throws, leading to some remarkable touchdowns.
And he adds the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
The Spartans defense, I thought they looked lost in the first half, and it seems like they finally found their bearings here in the third quarter.
I think they were confused in the first half, and I think they've made the right adjustments. And right now, boy, they're playing with an attitude, and I think they're really attacking this offense much better than the way they looked early in this game.
Dog 4.
And he is drilled at the 33-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Let's go. Red 18. Red 18.
Got his receiver, but it's knocked out.
Number 4, the intended receiver on the play.
They tried to get a head start there.
All start offense.
It'll be third down again after that penalty.
Yeah, now they have more yards to pick up for the first down.
Third down, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 28.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Ready.
And he's shoved out of bounds around the 32-yard line. Fourth down upcoming as they go 3 and out.
You always like to move the ball at least past midfield, if only to win the field position battle. The defense wasn't going to give them anything on that drive.
Oh, excellent punt. Tackle at the 36. And for Reed, he's been causing headaches for this secondary all night long.
Well, I don't think there's any question he's getting the best right now of this group of defensive backs. You know, he's a tough matchup physically one-on-one, and he's got good hands, and he battles for every single throw that the quarterback puts up into the air. So far, so good for this receiver.
When one of your receivers can average 20 yards a catch, your offense is doing something right. The offense really came up with a nice drive there last time out, and most of those yards came through the air.
This defense needs to improve from front to back. The line needs to put more pressure on the quarterback, and the defensive backs need to stick it to these receivers with tighter coverage.
From their own 36-yard line. Second down.
Mike 27, Mike 27.
Set. Check. 98 weeks.
Pitch out, and he is hit immediately.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 13.
Defense goes with the extra defensive backs as the offense comes up 5 wide.
Easy. Delta.
Tackle at the 49.
This isn't even the best example, but I'm going to tell you something. This young man is really getting better at running his routes, which is a truly underrated quality these days.
From their own 49-yard line. First down.
Check the outs up there. Four down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
345.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
And he's tackled at about the 49. The running back gets a yard, maybe less.
And that's the safety who stepped up to make that tackle.
Right, Roger. Four down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Makes it to the 37. And the delayed handoff works for a big gain.
Got to be happy with the effort there by your tailback.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 37. Play fake. He's going left. And down he goes around the 12-yard line. And for Coleman, he takes his receiving yardage total to 100.
This guy's capable of doing this game in and game out. He's that good.
From the 12-yard line, it's first down. And he just gets rid of it. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Up the middle for a nice gain. Broussard gets 6 yards on the play.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
And here's another 3rd down. So close, but they fall short of the first down.
You got to throw the ball a little deeper next time. Don't take any chances of coming up short.
The kick is up, and it is good. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Notre Dame's getting stomped right now. They're unable to get anything going here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I think what they have to do at this point is they've got to get into a little bit more of a hurry-up mode, a little bit more urgency, score, and hope that the defense can come up with a stop and hope you can get the ball back and put more points on it.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. There's a strike complete. He's pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
It could be that the offensive coordinator is trying to lure the secondary in to play more press coverage, and then they'll try to take advantage by going deep. Those safeties better be ready.
Now he's scrambling. And they make the stop, the 39-yard line.
A good quarterback knows when and how to improvise. And if he's got the skills, he can also turn a scramble into something big.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 39. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He gets it out to about the 47-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 47-yard line. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. 7 yards there on that bit of misdirection.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Throws it to the outside. Throws complete. He's got space to work. And he's taken down right around the 6-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 34 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
So now it's 1st and goal after the big pass play. Caught, touchdown, and they're not ready to quit just yet. Making a hat trick with 3 TD catches.
Yeah, this guy's in his zone. He's catching every single ball thrown his way.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Excellent kick. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 26-yard line. The Spartans had that hot hand on offense, and they just keep on going here in quarter number 3.
The greatest thing you could say about these guys today is consistency. They are moving the football and putting points up on the board. They're going to be tough to beat.
It's going to be interesting to see how the action shakes out in this series. Pitches back. And he makes it out to about the 27-yard line. A 1-yard gain by the halfback.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
From their own 27-yard line. 2nd down. Tackle made around the 25-yard line.
Called a loss of 2 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Hauls it in as he's pushed out of bounds. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 38. Fires out quickly to the tailback, and he's immediately tackled.
42-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 6.
They'll go with a toss right. They'll bring him down at the 44-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
And so it's another 3rd down upcoming here.
Check 3, check 3. Hey, check Mike 20.
Caught out in the open. Steps out of bounds around the 49-yard line.
Love to watch quarterbacks on 3rd down and just kind of see where they are as far as their psyche and their approach to the game. This is another big 3rd down. He was able to sit back, evaluate the defense, had just enough time to be able to make the throw. They pick up the 1st down, they get a new set of downs.
He's taken down right around the 48-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6. Ball on the 48. Tackle after a decent run up the gut.
Gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive. Swatted away. The halfback is usually not used to making throws like that.
That's true, Brad. That was a tough play for this young man to make.
It's 4th down, and they're going to try to go for it.
4 down. Hey, check Mike 27.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Nice play fake. It's caught. 1st down, and he's out of bounds. This is the 11th play of this drive. He's tackled at the 33. 2-yard carry by the fullback.
They're lucky he was able to hang on to the football. He took a pretty good shot.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 33.
4 down. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike.
Has some daylight. He makes his way to about the 22.
That makes it 1st
And this is the 13th play of this drive. They'll get him for a loss. So the halfback loses about 2 on the run.
That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
From the 24-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
He's on the run, and he can't get away from the pressure.
Loss of 4 on the play. Third and long.
And this is the 15th play of the current drive.
4 down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
He throws it. He almost had it, but it's incomplete.
Moses was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it.
So the kicker comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board. Kicks up, and he splits the uprights. Michigan State kick this one off. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. He might have a chance. Gains his way to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 15 yards. First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. That's 3 down and 1 to go. Michigan State's got a 16-point lead. Into the fourth quarter now, and we're back to the action. 5 wide. Brought down at the 49-yard line.
Gain of 9 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 1.
It's 2nd down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wide out. Here comes the pressure. Tackle at the 49. That was a designed pass play, but the quarterback decided to take it himself.
Although I think this quarterback could be a little bit more patient in the pocket. He did move the chains.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Set, green 19.
And they get nice yardage on that run.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
Double tight. 4 down. Here we go. Check. Stand right.
Wants to throw outside. Incomplete pass. And there wasn't anyone in the vicinity.
I think the ball just slipped out on him.
Receiver on the play. Third down.
Guys, double tight. 4 down. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Set, wide.
Gains his way to the 33-yard line.
Call it a gain of 9 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 33-yard line. First down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Set, right.
Runs left and can't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ouch. Pretty big loss on the play, and I think they might want to reassess the strategy here. Perhaps run a screen, maybe hit the tight end on a short pattern. This D-line is just a bit much to handle at this moment.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Gets out to around the 28. The delay gave the back some room to run, and he was able to pick up about 9 yards.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
3rd down again. And he's tackled at about the 19-yard line.
That's a gain of 9 on the play.
This is the 10th play of this drive.
Roger. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Ready?
And they hit him in the backfield.
Makes the tackle. Loss of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
From the 21-yard line. 2nd down. Tailback brought down for a loss.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
This is the 12th play of this drive. Takes it and he's tackled short. So a running play on 3rd and long nets them very little yardage.
Now, you can't do that when you're losing a ball game. Now's the time to take your shots downfield.
4th down. It looks like they're going to try for the long field goal. It's up, looks long enough, and it's good.
Boy, he had plenty of distance there and pushed it through. Very impressive leg strength.
So our score, Michigan State 47, Notre Dame 34. Notre Dame is lining up to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Brought down after a nice run up the middle. Broussard gains about 5 yards on the run.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
From their own 30-yard line, it's 2nd down. Excellent open field tackle. This has been a very impressive showing. He's got 500 yards passing.
He's been making great decisions all day. He's got over 500 yards passing today. Very good arm to go with outstanding decision-making.
Nice run there as they work the outside. The tailback picks up 6 there on the misdirection.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Throws it in a hurry. And down he goes at about the 49.
That'll move the chains for another Michigan State.
And he has it on the corner. Makes it out to about the 40. The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play. Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
Four down. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
And they make the stop at about the 29-yard line.
That's good enough for another Michigan State.
Right. Four down. Mike 27. Mike 27.
The halfback with a carry. Makes it to the 21. Nice blocking on the counter, and he was able to pick up around 8 yards. It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line. This is the 9th play of this drive. On the run. Inside the 10, and that sets them up with a 1st and goal.
The reason why it's so crucial to be able to run effectively like this is it keeps the defense guessing. They have no idea whether you're passing or running, even if you need medium to long-range yards.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down, goal to go. About a yard to Pater. Defense stacked in tight here. Touchdown, Spartans. And so they punch it in on the ground, Kirk Herbstreit.
Great job up front by the offensive line. They get a good, strong push that allowed the runner to get it in there for the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. It was an 11-play, 73-yard drive, and they put up 7 points.
Brad, that's one of those drives that can just tear you apart. They can really demoralize a defense when they drive the ball down the field, and a lot of the yards came on the ground.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. They'll take over here, ready to start a new series. Finds his man, and they take him down immediately.
Number 27 with the tackle at the 29-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 6.
From their own 29-yard line. 2nd down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. He's in trouble. Just throws this one away.
Check, tight right. Go out there, check the outs out there. Go down. Hey, check right.
And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly.
Being a 4 on the play. That'll make it 4th and 2.
It's 4th down, and the offense is getting set to go for it. Sacked, and they'll turn it over. There's a missed opportunity by the offense. They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6. Handoff to the right. Tackle made at the 23-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 23. Counter right. Tackled after a decent pickup. The misdirection play gets him 4 yards.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Let's go, D. Hey, check right 27. Check right 27.
Nice run up the middle.
That's cutting it really close. But they converted on that run by an eyelash.
From the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Caught. Big hit. He's going to lose yardage.
That is a loss of 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Tight right. Four down. Hey, check right 27. Check right.
Throws this one out to the right, and that one's fallen incomplete.
I know that this quarterback and wide receiver were very confident they'd be able to execute this play. They worked all week long in practice on this play. The problem is the wide receiver got too close to the boundary, just didn't give himself or the quarterback's throw much of a chance to make the reception.
They'll bring him down right around the 6-yard line. 4th down. This one should be makeable. He gets it up, and the field goal is good. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback for Michigan State. They've been bringing the heat, and they've gotten to him on several occasions. This defense has had success getting after the quarterback.
Blame the pressure or the confusion, but this offense has also given it away 3 times.
This defense is still feeling the pressure of the passing game.
Well, when you come after the quarterback and you don't get there, it usually leaves somebody open, or at least some space to work with.
And the defense made a big stop on 4th down the last time this offense was out there.
It's important for this offense to reestablish their continuity. The last time, they were unable to move the ball down the field. In fact, they were taken off the field after not converting on a 4th down. Get the football back. Let's see if they can reestablish that confidence.
From their own 25-yard line, 2nd down.
Here we go.
Gets it out quickly. He's tackled around the 49-yard line.
24 yards. First down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 49-yard line.
3 down. Take 4, take 4.
Under heavy pressure. Now he's going to run and watch out, and he's taken down right around the 42-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Pulls it in, and that's a first down. He's taken down at about the 37-yard line. Mayer picks up about 5 yards on that hookup.
And I like the decision the quarterback made on this play. He didn't try to force a deep pass. Instead, he just threw a little dump-off pass that was good enough for a first down.
And the quarterback didn't waste any time getting rid of that one. He took the snap, and he threw it right out there. Nice run to the outside.
They got a few yards there, but they need to be thinking bigger right now.
It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 32. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He's under pressure. And he stays in bounds, and he hauls in a big one.
That makes it 1st and goal.
They're packed in tight on the line. And he's level at the 2-yard line. 2-yard carry by the fullback.
They're lucky he was able to hang on to the football. He took a pretty good shot.
2nd down and goal. Ball on the 2-yard line. Throws quickly into the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. He's been making himself a regular in the end zone today. That's 4 touchdown catches.
Well, this guy's just having one of those days. I don't know if there's anybody who could cover him the way he's playing today.
So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion. And it's caught for 2. Over 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter, and the score is Michigan State 57, Notre Dame 42. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. He's to the 20. And he's tackled at the 23. The Spartans are flying through this ball game. They have scored 23 unanswered points. The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play. And he's tackled at the 25-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards.
From their own 25-yard line. It's 2nd down. Brought down right around the 26-yard line.
Coleman was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Complete. He's got room. He goes out of bounds at about the 31.
Fourth down.
Tyree, the return man. He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. Heading for the corner. Gets to about the 37-yard line.
Return for the gain of 14 yards.
This offense just torched the defense through the air with a great passing attack on their last drive.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receiver. Because, again, they put so much time into trying to put a plan together. And to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
Second and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down.
Nice, sweetheart. Hey, check my
He gets rid of this one. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion. It's a great series here for the defensive side. They know they've got the upper hand right now late in this game.
That brings up 4th and 3.
Mosley will be the return man. From the 15. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. The offense is looking to be a little bit more successful with this drive as they had to punt the ball away the last time they had it.
check three.
Ready! Red 58! Red 58!
They go to the left for a nice gain. Broussard gains around 6 yards on the run.
6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
4 down. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Off-play action. Now he's on the move. Here's a quick throw. It's the sophomore that's got it. Tackle at the 48-yard line.
That makes it 1st and
10. First and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. Just under 3 to go in regulation. He makes it to the 48-yard line. The running back gets a yard, maybe less.
Boy, this senior safety provides such solid run support. He stopped him in his tracks that time.
He makes it to the 45-yard line. Notre Dame will take their first time out of the half. Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 38. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds. Notre Dame's going to have to use their second time out of the half. It's the tailback. Good outside run there. Notre Dame's out of timeouts. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. And down he goes at about the 17-yard line. This is the 8th play of this drive. And they make the stop at about the 15-yard line.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 15-yard line. Second down.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Ready! Blue 88! Blue 88!
Nice run there. That last run puts him over 200 yards on the ground. This is some game he's having.
He might get the big numbers in the box score,
but this has been a team effort all the way around, and everybody deserves some credit.
And this is the 10th play of the drive.
Let's go! Five!
And that's going to do it for a very entertaining shootout. Michigan State, 57. Notre Dame, 42. So what are your final thoughts on this one, Kurt?
Michigan State came out here today and played with the heart and intensity that you love to see in a rivalry game. They should be very proud of their victory because wins don't come easy between these two teams.
That's going to do it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying goodbye.